You. Okay, and we always start, so, or at least I always start. You can start how you wish. It's your time to practice, but I start with intention, posture, masters. So I set the intention. I know where the road, what the road is. I'm joining my attention with the experiences of breathing in, breathing out, and body. So, and I like to say it that way. I'm joining my attention. It's like driving the car. I'm experiencing driving the car, the whole windshield, steering wheel, gas pedal thing. I'm not observing myself like drive. I'm driving, right? So I'm trying to experience breathing in, breathing out, body. So that's what the road is. If you do that, this practice suggests that it will take you to focused, alert presence. So that's where the road goes. And then you make the decision that you're actually going to perform the practice or do the practice. So just taking a minute for that. And then establishing the posture. I said a minute, I meant a moment, right? Establishing the posture, a good upright, awake posture. We're embodying the ready state. If you embody the ready state, your mind wants to follow towards that focused, alert presence. And then, if you wish, I find this very helpful to invoke the masters. The practice has been accomplished for generation after generation by ordinary women and men, just like us, ordinary people. So whoever that would be for you, somebody who would be an example of that. If you allow yourself to think of them in the space in front, so I imagine them in the space in front, and they're like the sun shining on me, sharing with me their ability to do the practice. And the whole point of this part of the exercise is to help go past any "I can't do this" quality. Yes, we can. And the masters would like to empower us and help us to do it. So that's the point of the exercise. And with that, we bring our attention to the experiences of rising breath, falling breath, and body, and we begin. I almost always begin with stage one. So hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, noticing distraction, and then steering back. So stage one is about noticing specifically the difference between attention and distraction. And when attention wavers, we use the steering wheel of attention to steer back, joining with the three-pointed objects, breathing in, breathing out, and body. And if you've done that a few times and you're ready, you could add more energy to your attention. This is the gas pedal principle. So eyes are still on the road, steering wheel, hands are still on the wheel, but we're adding energy to our attention to more closely join, be engaged with the experience of breathing in, with the experience of breathing out, and in between breath with the experience of body. So we're really letting ourselves notice and connect with the richness and layered quality of breathing in, breathing out, body. If you've been able to connect more closely or more engaged with the object and you're ready, you could move to stage 3. It's your practice. You can do whatever stage you wish to practice. In stage 3, we still have our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel. We're still noticing the difference between distraction and attention. We're allowing ourselves to experience and engage with breathing in, all the layered richness of that, all the layered richness of breathing out, and the layered richness of being in our body. And we're more energy to the attention we're noticing as the breath begins to come in the middle of breathing in, and as breathing in ends. And then as breath begins to flow out, the beginning of breathing out, the middle of breathing out, and as the out breath ends. And then in between breaths, body. So the threefold object opens up to become the 7-point object, beginning, middle, and end of breathing in, beginning, middle, and end of breathing out, in between breaths, body. touching in with posture, still embodying the ready state. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas. Working with the 7-pointed object, the beginning, middle, and end of breathing in, the beginning, middle, and end of breathing out, and in between breaths, body. Touching in once more with posture. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, Foot on the gas, working with the 7-pointed object, beginning, middle, and end of breathing in, beginning, middle, and end of breathing out, in between breaths, body. Allow the sound of the bell to call your attention back from the space of calm abiding to how you normally hold awareness. Look around, trigger the reorienting reflex. You can smile or not, the choice is yours. This is a great time if anybody has a question or a thought, question you'd like to talk about, thought you'd like to discuss, experience you'd like to share. Hello, Miranda. Nice to see you come in. Well, maybe that was it. That would be good. That's okay. Miranda?
I had a kind of a fun, interesting metaphor of my brain being in a room with, with telephone things where, Phyllis Diller or whoever did comedy acts of plugging and unplugging and plugging and
Oh, yeah,
unplugging
yeah.
and connecting and in this little room, and
Mhm.
of the power going off in the room going dark and walking out into the sunshine and had an incredible feeling of all of that just disappearing. It really was
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. It does feel, I mean, I think most of us are probably, maybe not all of us, but most of us are old enough to remember switchboards, which is what you're talking
yeah,
about.
that's the word.
And
It was a good
when,
metaphor of how our brain works, eh? Just
yeah, a little bit, yeah. And when part of the promise, we don't talk about that this much in Meditation is Freedom, but, the better you get at resting your attention on the experiences of breathing in, breathing out in body, and your mind begins to abide in that state of settled, attentive presence, then the natural qualities of mind come forward, which is sort of like walking out of the busy switchboard room and out into the sunshine. So,
exactly.
so I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely. Thank you.
And the reason I don't talk about it too much in this particular program is I think it's much better to experience it than be told about it
Yeah.
personally, right? Because then oh, that happened, right? Rather than that's what was supposed to happen and was that real or all the other things one might do.
Mhm.
So, anyone else thoughts? Okay, well, this was our fourth practice for stage three. Tomorrow is our final one for stage three, and we'll be moving, with a talk tomorrow night into stage four. So it's a good time, both, thinking about today's practice and when we practice tomorrow, to be looking at it and it's like, has anything changed? What's different? What do I know now that's different, if anything? And maybe there isn't anything. So it's a completely open question. What's the result of the last week of practice? Um, so with that, unless somebody has something that you want to throw into the discussion, I really like practicing with you. I looked forward to this. It was noon for me, morning for most of you. And I'm glad that you're here, and I hope to see you tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.